Well, it would appear to be recording, because it's not grand. We're currently on the A66. Chris is ahead, and I'm about to go and join him. And we've been out for a little ride. We called in at the Shotton Hall Bike Meet, which was very interesting actually, and looks as though it should be really good. As of next week, that will be Sunday the 18th, it'll be starting at 9 o'clock. So if you want to get your breakfast before you go for a ride out, that's the way it's going to work. The coffee van's good coffee, we like that. Stewie Menzies will like the coffee there, which is excellent. So Chris and I have decided to have a little ride further on, and we're heading across to Darlington now to go and have a look at Visors and see what's there. So this is the A66 between Middlesbrough, Stockton and Darlington. Currently going past Preston Hall Museum and Butterfly World. Takes me back a bit. None of this lot was built when I was living down this part of the world in Yarm. What seems like a million years ago, but he's only 38. Good grief. And the promised sunshine from earlier in the week does not appear to want to bring itself out, which is a bit of a bugger in many ways, but such is life. Still perfectly rideable, not too cold. Ambient temperature is 9 degrees in the Celsius scale. So it's not that bad, like a summer's day. Almost. Because today I'm trying out my new gloves. They are these, the Handroid Pod. So not the full Handroid that goes halfway up your arm, but the shorter version thereof, which mates quite nicely with the jacket. Sits under the sleeve quite well, and because of the way it's all set up, stops any water from getting up. I don't suppose they are waterproof, and they're not massively warm, it's got to be said, but for a first time out and getting, what's the word I'm looking for, accustomed to them, and then getting broken in to my hands, my fingers. Yeah, very comfy. You kind of think when you look at them that the tubey things on the back are going to get in the way, but they slide very easily through the guides, and it's just another layer of protection, as it were. And I'm very keen on protecting the fingers, as and when I do a look at them in the studio, as it were, you will see why. So let's just say the fingers on my right hand, I'm lucky to have them, and I certainly, if the worst were to happen, I want as much protection as I can get on my fingers, because it's bad that they are the way they are. And we are now in the borough of Darlington. Now, one of the, I mean, this is not a fabulous road to watch video of. One of the reasons I've put this on and recording here is because we're recording in 60 frames a second in 4K. Finally managed to get the memory card sorted out for that, so that's all good. And it appears to be working quite well. We'll see. And I just want to see what the quality is like, and whether it's, you know, that much better at 60 frames in 4K, or whether 1080p in 60 frames or 30 frames would do the job. It's just a bit of an experiment in many ways. It's to find a system that's going to do what I want it to do, and produce the quality of video that I want to produce. I'm assuming we'll be going to the town centre. I've not ridden into Visors before, so I don't know the road. And I suppose I could have put the sat nav on, but I haven't, so It is lovely to be out though, as we are on March the 11th, for a nice ride. I mean, yes, it's not a summer's day. Great Birdon. It's not a summer's day, but it is a delight to be out in good company. And I've got to say, I've had a lovely natter with one or two folks down at the peak of the Shotton Hall Bike Meet. Thoroughly recommend that one. For those of you that are wondering, the pin lock on the helmet is now firmly properly affixed. I did have to alter it slightly so that it would fit between the pins, because it didn't really want to do all that much. Come on, there you go. So no issues with steaming, basically because I've decided against wearing my glasses. I'm good with distance, I can see distance, it's only reading that I really need them for, and I can read my speedo perfectly well, thank you very much. In fact, it's quite strange that I can read the digits on the dial better without my glasses than I can with them. It says something, because seriously, the numbers on the GS speedo dial are so small. But never mind, I can see everything perfectly, I'm not misting up, and I've got one of these transitions pin locks on, which goes dark in the sun, and there appears to be some darkness, which is tremendous. Visor down, then I can hear myself. This is just weird. Again, I'm hoping that the sound quality is good. I know my voice will sound a little bit lispy, and that's basically because this helmet is pushing my cheeks in to the extent that my daughter would be over the moon, because it seems to, I'm in a permanent pout, so it does sound a little bit funny, even to me. And Darlington is one of these towns or cities that doesn't allow motorcycles to use the bus lanes, just push bikes, which I think is it's a great shame, frankly. I think they ought to be allowing it. It would certainly make for less congestion. Pulling away in second, David, you little monkey. Dearie me. Who knew? Well, it was downhill.